Sandcastle Kingdom. Leo, a small and very soft ball of fur, wagged his tail happily. "The beach, Lily. We're here," he barked, running in circles on the warm sand. Lily laughed, setting down the beach umbrella. "Yes, Leo. Today we're going to build the most beautiful sandcastle ever." The sun shone high in the sky, and the sea sparkled, promising an unforgettable adventure. Leo looked around with his bright little eyes. He found the perfect spot, a wide expanse of golden sand. "Here," he exclaimed, starting to dig with his quick little paws. Sand flew everywhere, tickling his nose. He was determined to build a magnificent kingdom, a castle worthy of a brave king like himself. Lily arrived with her red bucket and blue shovel. "I'll help you, little architect," she said, smiling. Together, they began to build the main tower. They filled the bucket with wet sand, turned it upside down, and voila! The first tower of their kingdom was born. They packed it down well, making it strong and sturdy. Suddenly, Leo had a brilliant idea. A proper castle needs a moat. With a flicker of excitement, he began to dig a deep trench all around their construction. His fluffy tail wagged so fast it looked like a little frantic fan. "A moat to protect us from sea dragons," he barked. As he was digging eagerly, his paws hit something hard. "Ouch!" exclaimed a gruff little voice. A grumpy-looking crab emerged from the sand, waving its claws menacingly. "Hey, you! Furball! Be careful where you dig." "This is my house," grumbled the crab, whose name was Crabby. Leo took a step back, surprised. "Oh, excuse me, Mr. Crab. I didn't mean to disturb you," he said in his sweetest little voice. "I'm building a kingdom." Crabby stopped waving his claws and looked at him with interest. "A kingdom, you say? And does it have sturdy walls?" he asked, peeking at the castle. Leo nodded proudly. Crabby thought for a moment, then gave a little nod with his claw. A kingdom needs a wave-proof moat. Leave it to me." With his strong and precise claws, he began to dig the moat much faster than Leo. Lily watched them, amazed and amused. "What a great helper you've found, Leo." "Now we need decorations," exclaimed Lily. "A kingdom must be splendid," she suggested, looking for seashells. Leo took off running along the shore, his nose to the ground, sniffing and searching for the most beautiful treasures the sea had left on the sand. Each shell was a precious gem for his castle. While he was searching, he saw an old seagull perched on a rock. It was Sally, the wisest seagull on the beach. "Looking for treasure, little one?" she squawked friendly, watching him with her intelligent little eyes. Leo lifted his head, a small pink shell in his mouth, and wagged his tail to greet her. Leo told her about his grand project, the Sandcastle Kingdom. Sally was very impressed by his determination. "A king needs the rarest gems," she said. "Follow the shore to the tide pools. There the sea leaves its most sparkling shells, hidden among the seaweed." "Thank you, wise Sally," barked Leo, and he ran off towards the pool she had indicated. And she was right. There he found shells of every shape and color, spiral, fan-shaped, and some that sparkled in the sun as if they were covered in stardust. It was a true royal treasure. Very carefully he picked up the most beautiful shells and carried them back one by one, proud of his loot. Lily helped him arrange them on the towers and along the castle walls. Each shell was a jewel that made their kingdom even more magical and special. Crabby wanted to contribute too. He came out of the moat carrying smooth gray pebbles. With precision, he arranged them one by one to create a path leading to the main entrance of the castle. The kingdom was becoming truly magnificent, a team masterpiece. "The final touch is missing," said Lily. She found a long, beautiful white feather, probably left by Sally. Delicately, she stuck it on top of the tallest tower. "Behold the royal flag of our Sandcastle Kingdom," she announced, clapping her hands with joy. The Sandcastle Kingdom was finally complete. It had towering turrets, sturdy walls, a deep moat, sparkling seashell decorations, a pebble path, and a real royal flag. Leo couldn't contain his happiness. He hopped around the castle, barking with joy. "We did it!" Sally, the wise seagull, flew above them, letting out a cry of approval. Crabby, too, from his moat, made a little click-clack with his claws. It was his way of applauding. All the beach friends had come to admire their wonderful work. Leo felt like a real king. He sat right in front of the entrance to his castle, puffing out his furry chest with importance. He was King Leo, the ruler of the magnificent Sandcastle Kingdom, and it was the best day of his life. He was proud of his work and his friends. But just then, Leo noticed something. The seawater was getting closer. A small wave lapped the shore and washed away some of the pebbles from the path. His kingly heart skipped a beat. "Oh no," he thought, "the sea wants to attack my kingdom." Right after, a bigger wave came, filling the moat with a splash. Crabby, taken by surprise, had to quickly scramble up the castle walls to avoid being submerged. "To the attack!" shouted the crab, trying to sound brave. The situation was getting serious. Leo understood that a king must protect his people. He stood bravely in front of his castle and began to bark at the waves with all his might. "Go away, mean waves. This is my kingdom. You can't take it," he barked, trying to scare them away. The waves, however, did not listen. One after another, they began to crumble the towers. Lily saw the sadness in Leo's eyes and picked him up, holding him tight. "Don't be sad, my little king. Sandcastles aren't meant to last forever," she whispered softly. Then she pointed to the sun, which was beginning to set, painting the sky orange and pink. "Their magic is made for just one perfect day. And we had a perfect day, didn't we? We built, played, and met new friends." Leo looked at the sunset, then at his friend Lily. He thought about Crabby and Sally, and he understood. The best part wasn't the castle itself, but the fun of building it together, the adventure, the friendship. Those were the real treasures that the sea could never wash away. As they gathered their things to go home, Leo took one last look at the spot where his kingdom had stood. He wasn't sad anymore. He started to wag his tail. He knew they would be back, and next time they would build an even bigger, even more beautiful castle. The adventure had just begun. Building a sandcastle is a wonderful adventure, but the real magic is sharing it with friends. Every wave washes away the sand, but it can never erase the happy memories. If you enjoyed Leo's story, follow us on our channel for many more adventures.